My name is Corine Hodges Thornton, and I was born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. I had a younger brother, and we had loving parents. My father was a veteran of the World War I. He was in the Navy, and I think he found out how things really were in the world. A lot of farm boys found out about the real world in the First World War. And I grew up questioning authority. When I was about 11, I spent the summer with my grandmother in Los Angeles. Los Angeles was very beautiful without all the people that are there now. And blue sky, and I was impressed at all the beautiful orange trees. But my grandmother often took me to religious things, especially to hear Amy Semple McPherson, who was very popular at that time. But I just couldn't quite believe all the religious stuff. I never could accept all those fantastic stories. After that summer in Los Angeles, I went back to Kansas City, went to school, and at this time, the Spanish Civil War was starting. Francisco Franco was staged a coup, and the Republican government of Spain and the people fought back. And it was a very brutal war because Adolf Hitler and Benito Mussolini from Italy were sent aid to Franco, who was a fascist, as they were, and they were trying out all their new weapons and airplanes, and for the first time they sent bombers over Madrid and bombed the civilian population. And people all over the world were horrified at the death of so many people just walking in the streets. And I remember the Kansas City Star published pictures of them digging dead babies out of the rubble in the streets of Madrid. And it was a pretty horrifying thing to know that people could do things like that. And a lot of volunteers from all over the world went to Spain to fight against the fascists. And there was a lot of sympathy for the Republican government, which was legally elected. The fascist Franco won the war because the governments of Britain and France and the United States wouldn't aid the duly elected government of Spain, even though the government of Spain tried to buy weapons with cash. They had the money, but the other governments wouldn't support them. And a lot of people call that coup in Spain the rehearsal for World War II, because 6 months after the war was over, the Second World War started. Also, the Kansas City Star was a pretty impressive paper at that time, and it actually had news in it, something we don't see much of these days. And the other thing that interested me was the general strike in 1934, the maritime strike in San Francisco, which brought the whole city to a stop. Nobody was working, and only official cars and ambulances and things like that could get gas. And it was a general strike, and the seamen and longshoremen won the strike, and it has been a strong union since then, but right now they need shoring up a bit, and the corporations keep trying to break the unions, and we can't let that happen, because people together are the ones that do the work and deserve the pay, not the corporations.